Okay, here we go. Dear everyone and everything that me or my ancestors have ever hurt or harmed in any way in this lifetime or our past lifetimes, connected to, and you fill in the blank. I really deeply and sincerely apologize. I understand the hurt and harm that I have caused to you and your loved ones. And I understand just to say I'm sorry doesn't erase it. And to ask for forgiveness isn't enough. That I must do my best to not make the same mistakes again, to not hurt or harm others in this way. And I will strive to do my best, strive to make others healthier and happier, be more conscious of my words and actions. I thank you for any and all forgiveness that you have given me and my ancestors. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for this awareness. And I offer my unconditional forgiveness to everyone and everything that has ever hurt or harmed me in this lifetime or my past lifetimes, connected to, and I ask my ancestors to please forgive everyone and everything that ever hurt or harmed them in any of their lifetimes. Please please accept our unconditional forgiveness so that we can transform the information, the negative information between us to positive information so that we can move forward in our lives and in our soul journeys in love, peace, and harmony. And most importantly, I forgive myself. I forgive myself for all the mistakes that I've made in this lifetime or any of my past lifetimes connected to, and for storing this negative information in my field. And I release it now, and I let it go. I let it go, and I let it go. I forgive you, and you forgive me to bring love, peace, and harmony. And I'm going to see if I can bring up the calligraphy on this screen. It's probably easier for you to see it. And we're going to trace the calligraphy of greatest love. This is the calligraphy that I'm talking about. Can you see it? You see it on the screen? Somebody say yes.
Yes.
Now I
Okay.
can.
Okay, awesome. So we're gonna, I invite you to stand up and trace, or I invite you to take your 5 fingers and go around the lines that way. 5 fingers represent the 5 elements. I always stand up and trace because it's more powerful, because it gets the energy moving through your whole body, through your whole informational field, and that's what you want. So we'll begin. Greatest love. Oops. Dear the sacred calligraphy of greatest love, we love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Please bless our forgiveness practice and please help us to boost our energy, stamina, vitality, and immunity. Please help us to heal for our requests. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can't thank you enough. Greatest love, 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 greatest love. So your abdomen, your belly is the most important, one of the most important energy centers you have. So I want you to put your hands on your belly and pretend it's a ball and take that ball and move it around the on the on the calligraphy. I know it feels funny, but it's a very powerful practice. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. Melts all blockages, melts our blockages, melts our blockages, melts our blockages. Greatest love melts our blockages, transforms our life, transforms our life, transforms our life. Greatest love melts our blockages, transforms our life. Greatest love melts our blockages, transforms our life, transforms our life, transforms our life. Greatest love melts our blockages, transforms our life. Greatest love, 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 greatest love. Melts our blockages, transforms our life. Melts our blockages, transforms our life. Greatest love. Silently for a moment. How? I'm going to keep the calligraphy up there. I want you to keep tracing it silently while I do a little bit of teaching here. Um, when we do it out loud, it vibrates the big cells and the big spaces and organs in our body. And when we do it silently, it vibrates the smaller spaces and the smaller cells and organs in our body. And a really good practice is to trace it for at least a half an hour. I'm not sure we'll do it that long, but while I talk, just keep tracing. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Master Sha and the law of Shen Chi Jing and what is the Tao calligraphy and what is the Tao calligraphy Tao Chang field and how does it help us to heal? You know, because we're standing here tracing this card and I'm not sure that we get it on a human level. But let me see if I can shed a little light and do a little teaching around it. This is um, this is great practice for me and it's great information for you as well. So first of all, the Tao calligraphy is a creation of Master Sha's, and Master Sha is a grand master and a world-renowned healer. He's a medical doctor in China, and he's a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine in China and Canada. He was born in China and he became interested in healing as a very young child because he saw lots of people around him suffering, his family and an old woman on the street that couldn't breathe. And he couldn't understand why they couldn't be helped. So he became a certified acupuncturist and a herbalist. And then he became a grand master of many, actually several martial arts. So he's a Tai Chi master And he's a Qigong master, he's a Feng Shui master, and he's an I Ching lineage holder. And he's the creator and founder of Tao Calligraphy and the Tao Calligraphy Tao Chang field, what we call the Tao Chang field. He's also written 24 books on healing and self-healing, and 11 of those are New York Times best-selling authors. And he's a pioneer in life transformation and modern day spirituality. He combines the essence of Western medicine and traditional Chinese medicine with ancient energy and spiritual secrets from China. And that's because of all of his training. He's able to bring all that together for us. He's an expert in the most advanced cellular science now occurring in China, and is in breakthrough research in the West on the effects of spirit on soul, mind, and body. So Master Sha teaches soul over matter, which I've told you before. Heal the soul first, and then the mind and the body will follow. So that's how he brings it to us. His main central message, or his mission statement, if you will, and I love this: I have the power to transform my life, and you have the power to transform your life. Together, we have the power to transform the life of humanity and all souls on Mother Earth and countless planets, stars, galaxies, and universes. Let us join hearts and souls together to bring love, peace, and harmony to humanity, Mother Earth, and all universes. So, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the law of Shen Chi Jing. We've talked about it before. Shen is soul, and soul includes heart and mind. Chi is energy, and Jing is matter. And the universal law of soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter is that everyone and everything is made of Shen Chi Jing, or soul, energy, and matter. The big equation that was missing in Einstein's mc squared was that he was missing soul. Soul, Master Sha came up with in quantum physics, S plus E plus M equals 1, which is soul plus energy plus matter equals 1, or equals a human being, or equals everything. So we also live in the yin-yang world, positive and negative. The universal law in the yin-yang world is positive and positive is order, connection, and harmony. And negative is the opposite. So it's disorder, disconnection, and disharmony. And we have both in our field, right? So why do people get sick? It's negative information in our field. We've talked about this. It's soul, energy, and matter blockages that cause sickness, that cause challenges in relationships, finance, and business. It's basically negative information. So in quantum physics, message is information, vibration, and energy. In spirituality, soul is the information. Soul is energy and matter, and soul includes soul, heart, mind, and mind is the consciousness. So soul is the content of the information, and heart is the receiver of the information, and mind is the processor of the information. This is the information that's in our field. So how do you heal? Heal is simple. To heal is to transform the negative information to positive information in our soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter. So one of the ways that Master Sha is helping us do that is through his creation of Tao Calligraphy. And what is Tao Calligraphy? Well, first of all, calligraphy is an art. It's an artistic and culture. It's an art form and culture throughout history. Every country has their form of calligraphy. Tao calligraphy in particular is based on Chinese calligraphy. So there have been many styles of calligraphy in Chinese history. Tao calligraphy is based on what's called Ibitsu style. And Ibitsu is one stroke character style, or oneness writing. I love that. It's oneness writing. You could equate it to our cursive writing, right? Because it's one stroke. It's writing all one word connected. So what is this Tao field? It's basically a Tao calligraphy creates a Tao field, because the Tao field is basically Tao, frequency and vibration that's come down, right? Tao, what is Tao? Lots of people think Tao is the religion, but Tao is the source. Tao is the ultimate creator. That's the Tao that Master Sha is talking about. It's the way of all life. It creates heaven and Mother Earth. It's Tao is the universal principles and laws, and Tao creates everything, and everything goes back to Tao. And everybody has Tao within them because it's a life force energy. So Tao calligraphy is the Tao field of Tao's soul energy and matter, which carries the highest frequency and vibration and also carries the 10 greatest qualities, which we've talked about: greatest love, greatest forgiveness, greatest compassion, greatest light, greatest harmony, greatest humility, greatest flourishing, greatest gratitude, greatest service, and greatest enlightenment. All of those qualities are within the calligraphy. So because those qualities and that frequency and vibration from the Tao is in the calligraphy, it creates a Tao field. So why is that important? Well, because when a human being comes into the Tao field, which is what we do when we're tracing calligraphy or when we go to one of Master Sha's 11 Tao centers around the world that are lined with calligraphies, the Tao field comes to a human being or to a business or relationship, and it could melt and transform the negative information to positive information in health, relationships, finance, family, children, businesses, organizations, city, state, province, country, Mother Earth, and countless planets, stars, galaxies, and universes. And the way it does that is because the Tao frequency is there. So I hope that explained it to you a little bit better. I know I've talked about it in bits and pieces during our week, but that's really the story of it. So I thought I would share that with you tonight. So the other thing, of course, that Master Sha has brought that we've talked about are the 5 power techniques. There's actually 6 now. One is writing power. But the 5 that we use when we do Tao calligraphy is body power, which is basically special body and hand positions for healing and rejuvenation. Where you put your hand is where you receive the benefit. So in our case, we're moving our hands or our 5 fingers around the calligraphy. So that is our body power. And also moving our abdomen to the circles of the calligraphy is also body power. So when we do that, when we move our abdomen, we're bringing that Tao source frequency and vibration into our abdomen, into our hands, into our body. That's how we're receiving it, right? Or gathering it to ourselves. Soul power is the say hello technique. This is one of the most powerful techniques that Master Sha brings us because it connects us with the universe and with the spiritual realm for healing, rejuvenation, and transformation of all life. And the way we do that is you connect with whatever you believe in. It doesn't have to be saints, angels, God. It's whatever you believe in, the universal energy or divine light, or it could be the sunshine. It could be, it could be the universe. It's whatever higher power you believe in. And the way that we would say hello in Master Sha's teaching is, dear heaven and Mother Earth, and dear countless planets, stars, galaxies, and universes. Dear countless spiritual fathers and mothers in all realms. Dear divine, Tao, source, and beyond. So see, it's whatever you believe in there. I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Dear the Tao calligraphy of greatest love. Dear Tao, soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter field of the Tao calligraphy of greatest love. We love you, appreciate you, and can't thank you enough. Could you please give me a healing for, and I want you to make your request for health, relationship, finances, intelligence, your children, whatever you want to put in there. I am extremely grateful. Thank you. So we're going to trace it for a few more minutes. I just wanted to explain the five elements. So always talk about the 5 elements. That's based on traditional Chinese medicine. Traditional Chinese medicine is like a 3 to 6 year course. It's like becoming a doctor. So to try to explain it to you in an hour or a half is it's not possible. But basically, it's based on the 5 elements of ancient Chinese philosophy and traditional Chinese medicine that everyone and everything consists of and can be categorized by the 5 elements, which are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. and summarizes and categorizes the internal organs, the sensory organs, the bodily tissues and fluids, the emotional body, and more. So wood is the liver, fire is the heart, earth is the spleen, metal is the lungs, and kidneys is the water element. So each one of those is represented in our 5 fingers, interestingly enough. So that's why we put our 5 fingers together to trace, because that represents our 5 elements, our 5 governing organs. And if we balance these 5 governing organs, we can heal our whole body. So this is a oneness practice with the calligraphy and with our fingers and the 5 elements. We get everything in one, which is why it's so powerful. So the liver is your index finger, and the heart is your middle finger. The earth is your thumb, which is the spleen. The lungs, the metal element, is your ring finger, and the water, the kidneys, is your little finger. So I was telling Marcia this the other night when I was talking to her on the phone. Another thing that you can do is, if you don't have a calligraphy or you can't stand up and trace wherever you are, you can simply hold your finger. So you take one hand and hold your little finger for your kidneys and hold it until you feel the heartbeat. And when you start feeling that heartbeat or that pulse, that means that you're balancing your finger, you're balancing your kidneys. And you do it for each finger. Each finger, just hold it with your hand. Like, don't squeeze it really hard, but just hard enough that you can feel the pulse. And sometimes it takes a few minutes to feel the pulse. And now you've connected. And you do that to each finger on each hand. And that's a practice you can do wherever you are. If you're sitting in a meeting, here's a really good trick. If you're sitting in a meeting and somebody's really irritating you because they're going on and on and on, or they're not getting to the point, or whatever it is, you don't agree with what you're saying, well, anger is your liver. So what do? You hold your index finger. Just grab your index finger, underneath the desk or whatever in your lap, and hold your finger, your index finger, and that energy will dissipate. It's really amazing, actually. This is traditional Chinese medicine. Okay, so let's stand up and trace a couple of more minutes. And we're tracing greatest love. So we'll do it out loud again. Greatest love heals our blockages, transforms our life. Greatest love melts our blockages, transforms our life. Greatest love melts our blockages, transforms our life, transforms our life, transforms our life, transforms our life. Greatest love melts our blockages, transforms our life. Greatest love melts all blockages, transforms all life. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love melts all blockages, transforms all life. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. Melt our blockages, melt our blockages, melt our blockages, transform our lives, transform our lives, transform our lives, transforms our lives. Greatest love. Finish tracing the calligraphy. Okay. I'll stop sharing. All right. Who would like to share all that information I gave you and tracing the calligraphy? What was your experience? Go ahead, Sandy.
Wait a minute, I lost you.
Oh, I can hear you.
Oh, there it is. Um, did I unmute me?
No, yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, um, I don't know. I don't really have anything to say other than I was doing it out loud and quiet and, standing up and sitting down and trying to do the best I could because
Good.
it's different. But
Yeah, good. Did you
yeah.
feel anything in your body? Any sensation? Or like myself, I'm really warm right now. My face is flushed.
Um, no, nothing different. Nothing really like a flush or I just feel comfortable.
Okay.
That's good.
Well, thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you for sharing. Anybody else? Lydia, you're probably driving, huh? You doing this while you're driving?
I am, and I just love every single session with you. It just makes sense what you've been saying. It makes so much sense. And I'm just so blessed to be here in this part of my life. I've been trying for 13 years to just get to a place where I feel that life is worth it and that I really have a shot to have a great existence. I've tried everything. And after I found out what disorders I have, and then right after I found out what I had, it was from my true love who kind of led me in that direction to find that last puzzle piece. I immediately learned from Helen about Tao practices and Tao prayers, and it just flowed. And I've been trying really hard for flow state for the past year, and now I finally feel like I've attained that, and I'm exactly where I need to be on my path.
Beautiful. Well, thank you. It's really wonderful to have you here. I got to tell you, I really love having two Lydias. Power of two.
Well, I love that you love that, and thank you so much for these Monday nights.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else like to share? How about you, Steve? You don't say too much. Are you there? Are you with us, cowboy? Come on, give me some love. Can't get it off mute. You have to unmute it. There he is.
Let's see, it even tells me mute off. Pleasant.
One word, huh? Pleasant.
Very pleasant.
I'll
Yep.
take it. Okay. Well, thank you.
Pleasant.
Anybody? Thanks. Glad you're here. Love melts all blockages and transforms all life. That's why it's the most powerful of the 10 Da. Love's the highest vibration in the universe, right? Love moves mountains. I used to say, what's the question? Love is the answer. Apply love to everything. It's amazing. Okay, anybody else? I'm gonna give you all a chance to share and get flowers. Marcia, how you feeling?
A little bit calmer.
Okay.
I have
Thank
a
you.
little anxiety going on, and it's a little better.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. Going once, going twice. All right. Well, you can all get one of these cards. You can have your own very own Da card. Let me know if you want one. Like I said in the beginning, I have the opportunity to get a batch of 10. I have to get 10 at a time. So if everybody wants one, I'll get 10, and then I'll figure out with Helen how to get them all to you. I will need mailing addresses, so we can mail it to you. I think it would be worth having one, because even just carrying it with you, in your purse, you have the field with you, right? You have the Tao frequency and vibration with you. And I tell you what, you sleep with it, you put it under your pillow, you take it with you wherever you go, and now you got the Tao frequency and vibration field with you. That's what's so powerful about it. Master Sha actually teaches us when we have all 10 to make a circle and sit in the circle, and then you're definitely in a Tao Chang because you're surrounded by all 10, which is how I am here in my home, by the way. I have 10 around me. You can't see them because I have a backdrop, but when I sit here all day and I work, I have all 10 calligraphies around me. So I'm in the field all the time. So, okay. Well, we have about 15 minutes left. Does anybody have a question on all that information that I shared, by the way, or anything they want to ask? How was all that information? Did it kind of put it in perspective or answer any questions?
Yeah, it helped a lot because I jumped into it just doing it without knowing the background information. So I'm definitely a student at heart. I love learning, and I'm glad you posted on YouTube because when I come back from Colorado, I definitely want to sit with my significant other and just like watch together our last few practices. So because I want to start doing it with him.
Perfect. Okay. Thanks. All right. Well, let's do another forgiveness practice because we can never do enough forgiveness practice. And we're going to do a forgiveness practice specifically for our heart next. Because one of the things that Master Sha is teaching on this retreat that I'm on with him is that heart is the receiver of the information. Heart is where our thoughts come in. And our thoughts, we have to have the thought first before we do action, right? Before anything happens, you have to have the thought. So the thoughts come into our heart and then go up to our brain and come out of our mouth, right? So a lot of negative information is stored in our heart and we don't even know it. Some people's hearts are closed. They don't even know their hearts are closed. Or we have pain in our heart that we've been carrying for a long, long time. So we're going to do a forgiveness practice specifically for our heart to release the negative information that's in our heart and transform it to positive information. Okay? So this time when we fill in the blank, we're going to say heart, because heart is the governing organ of our whole body. Heart is the boss. Soul is the boss of heart, but heart's the boss of the body, right? Of the matter. So, and heart is where, by the way, anxiety and depression, the negative emotion of anxiety and depression is stored in the heart. And when it's transformed, it's peace. You have a peaceful heart. Now you think that heart would be love, right? But actually it's interesting. Because I was quite surprised by this. When you go to the traditional Chinese medicine chart, it's actually love and compassion is spleen. It's the earth element. So that the negative emotion for spleen is worry, and the positive is love and compassion. Anger, which I already mentioned, is liver, and when it's balanced, it's patience. Fire is depression, anxiety, and excitability, and when it's transformed to positive, it's joy. Metal is grief and sadness. That's where it's stored in your lungs. That's why you heave when you cry, and all the mucus and everything is in your lungs when you have grief and sadness. And when it's transformed, it's courage. And then kidneys is where you store your fear. And when that fear is transformed to positive, it's calmness. So that's where your emotions are stored in your body, interestingly enough. So let's do a forgiveness practice for our heart. So you can just repeat after me. Dear everyone and everything that me or my ancestors have ever hurt or harmed, related to our heart, any pain that we've ever caused to anyone else's heart, in this lifetime or in past lifetimes, I deeply and sincerely apologize. I truly am sorry for causing anyone else to have pain in their heart. And I humbly ask for forgiveness. And I understand to just say I'm sorry and ask for forgiveness. doesn't erase the hurt and harm that we've done to you and your loved ones, or the pain that we've caused to your heart. We must do our best to not cause further pain to anyone's heart, and to do our best to make others healthier and happier, and to show our love as much as we can to others, especially to our loved ones, to our friends, our family, our acquaintances, to those people that we affect on a daily basis. And we'll do our best to show more love. And we forgive anyone who's ever hurt or harmed us in this lifetime or in past lifetimes connected to our heart. We forgive you unconditionally. Please accept our forgiveness. We ask our ancestors to please forgive everyone and everything that ever hurt or harmed their hearts in this lifetime or in past lifetimes. We especially forgive ourselves for closing down our hearts, for shutting people out of our hearts, for anything we've done in this lifetime or in past lifetimes directly connected to the heart, for storing negative information in our heart and in our field. We release it now. We forgive ourselves. We open our heart. We open our heart to be more loving, to be more kind, compassionate, to practice the 10 qualities of love, forgiveness, compassion, light, and more. And we set ourselves free. We let it go. We let it go. And we let it go. We're going to do a different practice right now. We're going to do the I love you practice. I haven't done this with you before. I was just told to do it. So I want you to stand up if you can. If you can't, you can do it sitting. We're going to take our hands, because where we put our hands, the energy flows. And we're going to do our 7 soul houses. So I want you to start at the crown. I don't know if you can see me there. I think I can pin the screen. Pin to the first, pin to the second. Okay. So you put your hands on your crown and just follow me. It's really easy. Close your eyes so you can feel the light within your body. Take a deep breath. I love you. Move your hands to your forehead. I love you in your throat. I love you in your 4th soul house. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And then your middle of your back is your Mingmen point. I love you. So we'll start from the bottom. We're doing all 7 soul houses. So first soul house, that's your genitals. I love you. And then your abdomen. I love you. Solar plexus. I love you. Heart. I love you. Throat. I love you. Forehead. I love you. Crown. I love you. Your back. I love you. So one more time, we're going to do it without me talking. Just do the I love yous and really give yourself love. You probably haven't given love to your 7 soul houses before, your chakras. So really give yourself love. Keep your eyes closed. I invite you to chant out loud. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love I love you. I love you. Give yourself a big hug. And we have to love ourselves first before we can love anybody else. Say, I love you. I love you, Lydia. I love you, Sandy. I love you, Jennifer. I love you, Lydia. I love you, Crystal. I love you, Marsha. I love you, Steve. Love, 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 love. How? Master Sha actually has a whole CD. It's so beautiful. And all he sings is I love you on it. You should get it. Talk about a love vibration. Okay, let me stop sharing my screen. Anybody want to share? How was the I love you practice? Go ahead, Sandy.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is, definitely.
Yeah, you can do that anytime, you know.
Yeah.
If you're feeling sad in your heart, put your hand over your heart. I love you, my 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 heart. That's the body power. That's the sound power. That's the soul power. Your soul has a heart. Your heart has a soul, mind, and body. So you talk to it, right? Send it a positive message. I love you. 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 You can do that with your liver. Do that with
Mhm.
any part of your body that's you're feeling is out of balance or has negative information. Just send it love. It's really that simple.
Yeah, I know it is.
Yeah, yeah.
It
We
really,
just have to remember to do it.
yep.
Okay. Anybody else before we close? Did you like that practice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else? How did it feel? Did it feel funny? Did it feel awkward?
I loved it. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Lydia.
It felt good.
Awesome. Yeah. It's a nice practice. It really is. And you know what it does is it actually gets the energy to flow all the way through your chakras, right? Because you're bringing the energy from the bottom all the way up to the top. So it's a really powerful practice, actually. I don't know why I haven't done it before. I just thought about it. I just got the message to do it when we were talking about love tonight. It's all about love tonight. It's a love night. It's a love fest. Okay, well, I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful week. I hope to
Thank
connect
you.
with some of you throughout the week. Thank you. If you're staying for the Dobby Joe practice, then just stay on the line. Otherwise, we say, love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gong song, gong song, gong song, which means all the souls that we've called for our forgiveness practice, for the say hello greeting, Helen and Micah's souls, please return. Please go back to where you came. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mwah. See you
Very
next week.
good.
Love
Yep.
you.
Love you.
Okay. I'm going to stop recording too. See if I can.